Tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze. Tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze. Africa, tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze. America, tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze.
You are listening to African Father in America podcast by Simon Javan Okello, live from Seattle, Washington, USA.
Thank you so much for joining me for another amazing episode of the Daily African Proverbs. My name is Simon Javan Okello, and I'm in Seattle, Washington, and I'm truly privileged. Today I have a special guest who is joining me from South Africa. South Africa is an amazing place to be, and we are joined here by an amazing brother who is a leader. Is Ambassador Prince Edosei Erahon. Ambassador Prince Edosei Erahon is a mover and shaker, not only in Africa but also even in the virtual spaces. For example, Clubhouse. He's leading a lot of conversations. He's the founder and a leader of One Africa Forum. And he believes in the power of unity and having a voice. And for over 20 years, he's been doing leadership training he was involved in paramilitary organization. You have so many things to tell us today, Prince. But it's nice to see your face. And for those who are joining us on Wisdom Club, thank you so much. I'm just so grateful to be here with you. Whenever we do this daily African Proverbs, which happens every single day at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we make our ancestors smile and we make our ancestors proud. And so that's why we come here with an African proverb. Every single day we bring a new proverb, and also we bring an African leader or someone of interest, someone that we can learn something from. And that's why we have our brother Prince Edosei Erahon here with us. Today we are going to learn about his story. We are going to learn about the work that he's doing with One Africa Forum. We are going to learn about why he is passionate about mental health, especially about men's mental health. And also we are going to learn about how you can stay connected with him. So that's how we are going to, share our time together, hopefully for the next hour or so. But really join us on Twitter as well. My Twitter handle is at Okello Javan, and we are live streaming this conversation on YouTube. My YouTube channel is Simon Javan Okello. Simon Javan Okello is my YouTube channel. Join us there. We are live right now, so drop your comment if you are with us there, and really use the hashtag Daily African Proverb so that we can stay connected with you and engage in today's conversation. So the proverb that we have for you today is from Kenya, and I'm from Kenya originally. The proverb says, laughter is medicine, and whoever makes you laugh is your doctor. This is an amazing Kenyan proverb from my tribe. I'm from the Luo tribe, and we are from around Lake Victoria. I was just there recently, and one of my goals was to eat fish every day because, the best tilapia is found around Lake Victoria, So I literally, for over 3 weeks, I was just sampling fish, but from different chefs, from different households as I visited across the lake region. So my brother Prince, I want you to first share with us your interpretation of this proverb. When you hear this proverb, laughter is medicine and whoever makes you laugh is your doctor, what comes to your mind when you hear this?
Thank you very much, Simon. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction and for your generosity as well. It's such a privilege to be, here with you as well. Thank you very much. Quickly on the on the proverb, laughter, and I'm also laughing already. Laughter is medicine, and whoever makes you laugh is your doctor. I think my understanding of the proverb, one thing about African proverb, it can sound so straight and simple, But as an African man, you have to dig deep, and understand what it means in that. I think it gets to tell us that, first of all, you need to surround yourself with the people who actually make you feel healthy about yourself. You need to, laughter is very important. When one is sick, we're all recommending them to go to the hospital. And when you go to the hospital, you're likely to meet a doctor or a nurse, and when one feels whatever type of way you feel, you're requested to go to a therapist or a mental health professional. These are people that we can classify as doctors, and these are the people that you encourage when you feel down. And so the proverb simply tells us, I mean, in my understanding, that surround yourself with the people that don't actually need to make you spend money to take care of yourself. You understand? Surround yourself with people who make you laugh all the time, people who motivate you. You understand? And it's very important. We understand that laughter enhances our mental health. By improving our mood, it relieves the feeling of anger and frustration, and also helps reduce tension as well. And so when we know all this about laughter, it increases our energy. And laughter inspires hope, joy, and it gives life. You understand? And so whoever makes you laugh, whoever gives you all these good things in life, of course, is your doctor. Because when you feel a type of headache and you go to the hospital and the doctor gives you a Panadol or paracetamol, whatever it is, and you take it and you feel really good, you smile and you say, "Thank you, doctor." Right? So yes, laughter is a medicine, and whoever makes you laugh deserves a thank you. And that's my own interpretation.
Yeah,
Thank you, Simon.
I love it. I love it. It's true. It's true. Whoever makes you healthy is really your doctor. And, if you can feed me good food and make me laugh, I don't need anything else. I'm satisfied, Now, before we met, those who are joining us on Wisdom app probably don't know that we are also live streaming this on YouTube, but we are, and you can see us live face to face. You can see my face and see the face of my special guest, Ambassador Prince Edosei Erahon, who is in South Africa. Which part of South Africa are you, by the way, Prince?
In Johannesburg, South Africa.
Oh, in Johannesburg. Nice. Excellent. Now, you've shared with us your interpretation of today's proverb. And if you're just joining us on YouTube, I want you to know that, this is the Daily African Proverbs. And, we are doing this to make our ancestors smile. We are doing this to make our ancestors proud. And this is important work. Doing this Daily African Proverbs is important work. And being with a leader like Ambassador Prince Edosei is also quite a privilege. Then this Thursday, we are also hosting an amazing guest, a spiritual leader from South Africa as well. And her name is Gogo Rutendo. Gogo, I think if you're South African and you're listening to this, you probably know who Gogo is. But Gogo is a spiritual leader, and this is someone who, a number of members of parliament, ministers, leaders who are in government with Nelson Mandela are the people who introduced me to her, So for the first time, we'll be bringing her on YouTube and also hopefully on Clubhouse, hopefully in the Wisdom app, so that we can start bringing African wisdom into these virtual spaces, because healing is required everywhere. And as this proverb is telling us, if you're just joining us, the proverb says, laughter is medicine, and whoever makes you laugh is your doctor. Now, Prince, take us back to a moment in your childhood, growing up, a moment that makes you who you are now, a moment when you realize that, one day I will be not only making people smile, but I will be transforming people's lives through a movement like One Africa Forum, which you will be talking about later. But right now, paint for us a picture in your childhood when you are a little boy. Maybe tell us the colors you saw, and some of the smells that you remember from that moment that make you feel like, I can actually transform this world?
Thank you so much. That's a beautiful question. And I'm wondering what angle to tackle it from right now. Uh, yeah, well, you just want to make me feel nostalgic again, remembering growing up as a child and and all those amazing moments. Wow. So I grew up in a very big family, I must say. I grew up in a family of with 7 children, right? And my parents. And also I had my cousins and my nephews, all my cousins, and all of them, living around. So it was such a huge family, um, and I would say that, of course, playing and growing up as a child, one thing my parents never stopped us from doing was being a part of the community, you know, and I would say that's really built a very strong foundation for someone like me. My dad never stopped us from being a part of the community. We growing up, it was very common because he was kind of one of those who were probably known in the community and in the society, and people of his status, right? People of his status, their children at that time would always want to be indoors. They never want to be in the community. They always want to go out. They had this kind of lifestyle that they wanted to live, and my dad never allowed us to pull ourselves away from the community. He always ensured that we were part of the community. Whatever the community was doing at that time, my dad, whatever project, whatever support that we were doing, my dad ensured and my parents ensured that we were part of it. So we didn't know what he was doing at that time. But at every point, he would always tell us, this is your family and this is how you build your future. And that was it. And then sometimes I'll see how generous my mom was. My mom was one generous woman. I must say, she would literally take people's burden on hers. And sometimes I'm thinking, hey, mom, I mean, you haven't done mine yet. What are you talking about? That's people's stuff you're doing. And my mom would tell me, and she always said, which is what is working for us now. She always said that the things I'm doing right now, right? You might not understand it, but there are seeds that we are sowing that there's nowhere else, nowhere you will go in the world, you will find somebody who will help you. She always said that. And that's because these ones are somewhere in the world they don't know. And I am the one who God has sent to help them. Wherever you go in the world, somebody will also be there to help you. So these times really helped me with the kind of people I grew up with, the friends, the community, they did help me as well. And yeah, if you ask me to remember my childhood, oh, many years ago, I feel like, yeah, we can turn back the hands of time. There are a lot of things I really miss, and I wish, we could do them again. I had a very interesting childhood, growing up from a wonderful family. Yeah, thank you.
So Prince, did you grow up in Nigeria or in South Africa?
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I grew up in Nigeria. I actually
Yeah.
grew up
Hey Prince,
in
get close to the mic a little, please. Thank you so much.
all right, can you hear me?
Oh, it's much better. Stay where you are
Yeah,
right now.
I will. So, so I grew up in Nigeria. I grew up in Benin City, right, in Nigeria, in an area called Oko Jare. That's the area I grew up in. And yeah, virtually all my life I grew up there until I relocated. But oftentimes I was always, in and out. But that was where I grew up in Nigeria, in the streets of Benin City, Edo State.
Wow. I'm just grateful to everyone who is joining us here on YouTube. Please make sure you leave your comment and tell us what your interpretation of today's proverb is. The proverb is, laughter is medicine, and whoever makes you laugh is your doctor. If you're joining me on the Wisdom app, my YouTube channel is Simon Javan Okelo, and you can drop your comment there with your interpretation of today's proverb. If you want to join us on Twitter, my Twitter handle is at Okelo Javan, and the Twitter handle for my guest, who is Ambassador Prince Edosei Arahon, is at One Africa Forum. That's how you can connect with both of us. I do see that on YouTube we've been joined by my amazing sister Faline Caetano, who is in Belize. Falini is an author and a poet that I have so much love and respect for. Thank you so much for joining us on YouTube. If you're also on YouTube, just drop your comments so that we know you're there. But really, really tell us what your interpretation of today's proverb is. I am privileged to be interviewing my brother, Ambassador Prince Edose Erahon, who is the founder of One Africa Forum. He's been sharing with us, his story. Really, at the beginning, he shared with us his interpretation of today's proverb, and he also shared with us, his story and what, during his childhood, inspired who he is today. And now, he wants to talk to us a little more about his favorite food. I just want you to tell us something that is not so important, because food is so important, especially to me, Yeah, if you take me to Kisumu, my hometown, you have to tie me around the lake where there is good fish being cooked, Then I'll just love you forever. So tell us your favorite food, whether it's South African or Nigerian. We just want to know. And then I want to take you to a very important question, really. The next question is going to be very, very, a little... I just need to let those who do not want to be in a place where there's a little bit of trigger warning. You should probably go home or just leave and be in a safe space, because we are going to talk about why I started this African Father in America podcast, and it's very much in alignment with the work that Prince is doing when it comes to men's mental health. So now let's talk about food.
Wow, Simon, you caught me off guard there. Well, I must say, what you rightly said, whether it's going to be my favorite food in Nigeria or in South Africa. Whoa. Okay, let me start from Nigeria. My favorite food growing up in Nigeria used to be pounded yam, right? And okra. We call it okra soup. It's this draw soup. A lot of people maybe not know it, but some I'm sure I met a couple of people who do know it. It's pounded yam and draw soup. That was my favorite. Whenever it was cooked, I don't miss it. I'm always at home, so I'm always at home on time. And that was my favorite. And I haven't relocated to South Africa in all these years. I've gotten to love a lot of South African dishes, right? But one of the very simple ones I love a lot, and that I also try to make, and I can make as well, is is rice and chicken stew or beef stew, and then with chakalaka and gravy and whatnot. And that makes it so beautiful, I enjoy it a lot.
You see,
Yeah.
when you talk about good food, you have to also laugh, and when you laugh, you're medicating yourself, you're treating yourself nicely. It's great, and I want you to now, the African Father in America podcast. That's the name of this platform, but the Daily African Proverbs is one of the shows that I do as part of the African Father in America podcast. But I started this February last year, and the pandemic was just becoming a global issue, and there was a friend, a very close, not close friend, but close in terms of the creative community, the African creative community in the diaspora. He was very well known. And even when we had Sauti Sol from Kenya in Seattle, he was the filmmaker that helped me with producing the behind the scene content for that show. For those who don't know Sauti Sol, they're amongst the biggest bands in Africa. Anyhow, he committed suicide in February, and it was a very shocking thing, especially living so far away from home. And I learned recently that you have so much data about suicide, and I learned a lot from you just the other day, and I wanted you to just paint the picture for those who are listening and those who don't understand the urgency when it comes to suicide, mental health, and the work that you're doing to change this situation. So paint the picture of what the situation is and share with us some of the things you're doing to make things better.
Thank you very much for that as well. And I'm very sorry to hear about your friend. And this that just just resonates with us and drives us to having to do something about it. The issue of suicide and mental health and trauma, as well as violence, is not one that we should undermine. These are issues, to be honest with you, that people really do not pay attention to. Because when you say you're depressed, especially as a man, people just think maybe you're broke, right? And then if you're not broke and you say you're depressed, people just think maybe somebody's not giving you attention. I mean, they always have a reason around why you think you're depressed. And when there's a mental health issues, unless it's not chronic, nobody pays attention to it. It's very worrisome. So in August, and I know I also had this chat with you sometime in August, not on live though, but on one of the rooms in Clubhouse, and I told you about a global youth conference that we were having right now. After that conference, so we're just having the feedback on the conference, and one of Instagram, we heard a story. My co-host there had told us a story that happened in South Africa about a young man who had been arrested because he killed his girlfriend. He butchered her in pieces, right? He put her in a suitcase and dumped her on the street. And for once, there was this shock that actually went through my spine. And I thought to myself, how can a sane person do that? Okay. And it was really worrisome. And I said, and everyone was surprised that I didn't know about it because it was a huge issue, in South Africa. But I was just focused on the event I was doing, the global conference at that time, and I had lost focus. And then when I heard about it, and I asked her, okay, what's happening? And because she also has information in the background, she said, the interesting thing is the friends are coming out and they're getting to have conversations. And then when we went to get to talk to the friends, everyone was surprised that this guy could do something like this. Everyone said, no, man, this guy is such a gentleman. No, this guy is a cool person. No, this guy won't even hurt a fly, you know? And interestingly, some people on Clubhouse were live on the conversation as well, okay, on Instagram. And after that, we moved the conversation straight quickly to, because of course the live was an hour program. We moved the conversation straight to Clubhouse. And I'm sure you know the Clubhouse, South African connections there with Cornelia and the others and network as well. So we had this conversation and we're talking, and we saw that on a Tuesday, people were between Monday and Tuesday, people were coming from different parts of the world and talking about how men are becoming violent, talking about the rate of suicide. Oh, my cousin just committed suicide. My aunt did this. My father did this. It's about suicide and depression and everything. And I felt this is not a local problem. If in South Africa everybody believes, no, this guy could not have done something like this, and it means that he's been bottling up this issue, and the only way he could take out his suppressed emotion was either through violence and with the word through suicide. People coming up and saying, my uncle committed suicide, my father committed. It was such a terrible thing. And there and then in the room and in the South African connection room, we decided, you know what, this is a global problem. We need to attend to it as well. And that's why we actually launched to say we are having a global men's conference. We're bringing men together to build structures and get to allow men to have conversations and help men deal with issues. Now, on the statistics that you talked about, it is alarming. It is very alarming that 800,000 people, I mean, that's like the 2020 statistics, 800,000 people die every year to suicide. 800,000. That's alarming. How many people did pandemic kill, did COVID kill in the first year? Right? This is another pandemic. Nobody talks about it. One person every 40 seconds dies by suicide. And my brother Simon, we've been talking now for the past 20 minutes. If you do your math, you can imagine how many people have lost a family member right now to suicide. You understand? I mean, this is worrisome. Statistics show that over 280 million people are depressed around the world. I mean, these are things that we don't want to talk about them, but they affect us because when somebody has set a date for them for themselves to die, they become very dangerous to the society. I heard of a story of a young man who I'm also connecting with right now, who has set a date for him to kill himself. He has set a date. I think right now he should be counting to about maybe 198. He's counting down from 216 when I heard. He set a date for him to kill himself. And you see, and that's a man who plans a whole year to commit suicide. Such a person, when it's almost 10 days to the date, he becomes violent. He doesn't mind, life does not mean anything to him anymore. We need to have this conversation. We need to help people with their mental health issues. It is very, very important. That's actually one of the reasons why we're having these conversations. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm grateful. Wow. I'm grateful for you, and I appreciate you for taking on the bull with its horns and just doing the work. Do you have any upcoming event, or do you have a way that people who are listening to our conversation today can be involved and can support your efforts?
Yes, thank you very much. Absolutely. The event, the Global Men's Conference, right? It's happening on the 19th of November. 19th of November 2021. That's the Global Men's Conference. It is going to be a 16-hour conference. It's going to run around across global time zones. Okay. I mean, right now, Simon, I think it's maybe 6:30 a.m. where you are, right? And it's 3:30 p.m. where I am. And so we want to ensure that the program runs around global time zone and everyone is able to take from it as well. And to support the program quickly, you can just go on our website and see how you can, if you want to partner or collaborate with us or put your brand on it, it's also a way to put your awareness. Please reach out to us on all social media platforms at One African Forum, and we can take the conversation of it. Or send us an email at oneafricanforum@gmail.com as well. We also have merchandise available for sale, t-shirt and so on. You may just take them and gift them out as Christmas. All proceeds are actually to sustain the structures that we're building.
Wow, thank you so much. So if you're just joining us, my name is Simon Javan Okello, and I am the host of the African Father in America podcast. I'm also the founder of One Vibe Africa, and I host the daily African Proverbs on Clubhouse and on YouTube every morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Today we are doing a special edition live on Wisdom Club. And it might, this might be the transition of me moving the Daily African Proverbs to Wisdom Club, depending on how this goes. So, if you're on Wisdom Club, I see that we have 57 people. Wisdom App. If you're on Wisdom App and you are listening to this conversation, I want to see how many people from Wisdom App are going to go to my YouTube channel and share with me that I should do this every day on Wisdom App. If we have more than 10 people, because I see that we have 58 people, if we have more than 10 people that come from Wisdom App to my YouTube channel and say, yes, you should continue doing this program on Wisdom App every morning, then we will do it. We will do it from tomorrow. We'll just continue doing it here instead of Clubhouse. But what we will be doing is having a special guest like we are today, but also having an African proverb that we dissect and gain African wisdom from. So our conversation here is directly in alignment with Wisdom App and why it was founded. And so today we've really been discussing amazing things. We've talked about the interpretation of today's proverb. And if you don't know what the proverb is from Kenya. It's from the Luo tribe, Luo, and that's my tribe. And the proverb says, laughter is medicine, and whoever makes you laugh is your doctor. So Prince shared with us his interpretation of this proverb. He shared with us, his story. He shared with us a bit of his work, especially with men's mental health and the men's conference he's organizing very soon. And now he's going to share with us, anything that I haven't asked you, Prince. And also, if you have a question for me, I'm happy to answer one question from you. And then we will just, close our session today so that we make it short and sweet. Again, I'm waiting. I want to see how many people from Wisdom App are going to come to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Simon Javan Okello. Simon Javan Okello. And I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful to be here. Now, Ambassador Prince, let's hear what what you have to share with us. I want to see if you have any question that you wanted to, anything you wanted to speak to that I haven't asked you yet. I just want you to enjoy the next 2 minutes sharing with us anything that you feel that people who are listening and people who are watching can learn from you. You know, whenever I see young African leaders like you, it gives me hope. You know, it makes me feel that I'm not alone, because you and me are, you know, more or less the same. You know, you run One Africa Forum, I run One Vibe Africa, and you know, that's part of what drew me to you. I wanted to connect with you and just encourage you, and make you know that what you're doing is very important. So talk to us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Simon, for connecting as well. And I'm very hopeful that after these conversations, I mean, you and I we get to connect more and do a lot of other projects as well. I really like the One Vibe that you're doing. I do love it a lot. I've gone through it as well. Um, just to quickly share what I'm doing and what I didn't get to talk about. Basically, let me just move straight to what we're doing at One Africa Forum. We have a lot of projects that we are running, and I may not have all the time to give a bit information on that as well. But one we have actually just launched. We are on a mission to educating, and I think I remember I mentioned that to you, Simon. We're on a mission right now to educating 30 million Africans by the end of this decade, and also to raise 17 million leaders. And we have started this. And I mean, Simon, you know, each time we talk, I'm always of the view and say, guys, we need to stop talking and start acting, right? So I don't want to be coming every time and say we want to do this, we want to do this. You know, we have started it, and we have launched the master classes and the series of education. If you want to be a part of it, or you know someone who would like to take advantage of these 30 million education people we're educating, let them come on board. Let them sign up on our website, on the Y3DG page on our website as well. And also quickly, if you'd like to collaborate with us, you know, on any of this project or support or partner, please reach out to us. Send us an email at oneafricaforum@gmail.com, or just check us on all social media platforms. Send us a message, and we'll be sure to get back to you. And yeah, I think that's all about me for now. My question to you, I don't have a question for you, Simon. All I would just have, I have a request, you know, from your story. And also, would you be honored? I know it will be honored actually to have you as one of our speakers at the Global Men's Conference. How about that?
You're very clever. When is it? Tell me more. The date and the time. Get closer to your mic one more time. Thank you.
All right. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's better now.
Yeah, it's on the 19th of November. Okay.
Uh-huh.
It said it's going to run across the time zone for 16 hours. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, so it's going to
I'll
start
be
from
there.
my
Just
time.
yeah, just send me the info by email. Yeah, I have to be there. I have to be there. I have to be
Thank you.
there. Yeah, you're clever. You did what I
That's all I ask.
yeah, you did what I do. You did what I do. Yeah, it's funny when you're given your own medicine, you know.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Thank
Anyhow,
you very much.
yeah. Thank you for making the time to join me today. I am really, really grateful, you know, to everyone that joined us for today's conversation on Wisdom App, and also to everyone that joined us for this conversation on YouTube. Again, if you're on Wisdom App and you want to catch the visual part of today's conversation, you can go to Simon Javan Okelo, and you will be able to catch the whole conversation if at all you missed any part. And also, if you are listening on Wisdom and you want me to do this tomorrow again, go to my YouTube channel and just let me know. Let me know in the comments that, hey, I really enjoyed what I had yesterday and I want you to do it again on Wisdom. I'm grateful, and we are going to wrap up our conversation now. And my brother Prince, I'll see you soon, and I'll also see you at the men's conference. Thank you so much.
African father in America. Tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze. Tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze. African father in America. Tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze.
You are listening to African Father Father in America podcast by Simon Javan Okello, live from Seattle, Washington, USA.